Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be closing out for the month of February, and I'm also going to go ahead and input all the numbers here in the yearly spending booklet. And I'm also going to show you guys a little bit about my stay-at-home wallet. I did mention this in the previous video where I closed out my bi-weekly paycheck number 2 for the month of February. This originally was supposed to be part of the previous video, but I just had a feeling that it was going to be super long, so I decided just as I was filming that I'm going to go ahead and just separate the videos. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get started and close out for the month. So we are going to start here with the debt payment plan because that's what goes next after the expense tracker. And I just logged on to my federal loan to just check on the updated balance because my payment already went through or already updated. So we're so close to being under 10K with our debt, and I do have another payment scheduled on the 20th, so that should go down below $10,000. I'm so excited for it. So our balance right now is $10,160.06. Oh, I don't like all those sixes on there. But yeah, so close to being, we're so close to being under 10K, and I'm so excited for it. So total debt payments this month, that was $1,150. This page, I swear, is getting easier and easier to fill out. Total debt monthly progress, so it should be just the $1,150 from that. Wait, $1,650. I think we made an extra debt payment the first paycheck budget. Oh, the dates on here were confusing me, so we made one also for the February 8th. So this one was for paycheck number 1, and these two are from paycheck budget number 2. So this one was $500 with federal loan, of course, so that's why it is $1,650. Oops, $1,650. Okay, so we paid a total of $1,650 towards our debt. Our total debt monthly progress is 3.5% of what our starting debt balance was, which was $46,029. So this one is total debt balance again, so $10,160.06. And overall debt progress since the beginning is, so we paid a total of $35,868. So oops, our total progress percentage is 78%, so we're almost to 100% done. That progress going really great. So moving on to our monthly assets. So I already had this all pre-filled out. I believe I went ahead and did some of the prep work also. Hopefully I didn't do this one, but that's okay. I'll do that right now. Let me go ahead and just fill out the monthly net worth trackers. So this is where, let me zoom out really quickly. So this is where the wallet comes in, because in the wallet, I do have, hold on. Okay, I have my checkbook in here. I wasn't sure if it was like laid out in here. So I call this wallet my stay-at-home wallet. Other than the budget mom's wallet, the Filofax one. So this one, I take when I'm out, the budget mom, the Filofax wallet. I add a bracelet, which doesn't match, but that's okay. I didn't want to buy one, so I found a bracelet from an old wallet. That's what I'm using. So that's my going out wallet, and this one is my stay-at-home budget wallet. So everything's all in one place, all of our cards, and then what do I have in here? I think it's just like Apple Card, and then I have some receipts in here, an extra envelope I'm not really using. Receipts from when my boys went to Target and used their money. I'm going to show you a little bit of that while I have the wallet. So as far as the envelopes that are in here, it's the fund money, which I am going to continue to keep the cash. I'm not going to deposit this because sometimes when we use our fund money, it's on sometimes like restaurants that only take cash, which happened to us this pay period. So luckily we still had this and didn't have to go and run to the bank to get money. And we still have a vehicle envelope in here, which I'm going to get rid of. I don't have any more money in there. And then I believe this one is our Hawaii one. I think I'm going to go ahead and just deposit it. I don't know if I want to keep, I think there's like $500 in here. I don't know if I want to keep it in my wallet just in case we need the cash or not. I haven't decided just yet. Then I have my boys' envelopes in here, which I need to redo, or I need to create some kind of tracking system for them, like their own kind of budget tracker thing for income and their expenses, because we are allowing them to spend their own money that they get from grandparents and birthday gifts and events and stuff that we might have. So right now my youngest son only has $4 left, and then my older one has $145 left. So that's what's in here: checkbook, pen, and that's pretty much it. Maybe if I revamp this, I might do a separate video, but for right now it's just like this. So total cash I had in here, I have $132 in here in our fund, and then $500 in our Hawaii fund, so that's $632. I'm gonna go ahead and just count the boys' cash as part of our assets too, because it's still cash that we have. So that gives us a total amount of $781 for whatever is in the sinking funds that's in here. So, and I have that category right here, savings bucket. I'm just gonna put $781 plus I need to go look at the checking account to see how much is in our savings bucket. And for emergency fund, I know for sure we have $5,000 in there. In our checking account, since I did everything, everything's all updated, we have $4.18 and 17 cents. So $4.18 and 17 cents. I need to go ahead and look into our savings account really quick. Okay, so I went ahead and just wrote everything down on post-it notes because I do want to transfer these amounts into the yearly spending tracker booklet. And let me write the date on here. Oh my gosh, where was I gonna put? I don't know what year I was thinking. We had a total of $35.98. I'm just gonna put $35.98 on there instead of adding the cents. Okay, so total assets we have is $17,724 and 17 cents. And then for total liability, so my federal loan is our only debt right now, and that balance was $10,160. So total liabilities is $10,160. So our total assets is $7,564 and 17 cents. I'm still in the positive. Compared to last month, it did increase. So 7,564 minus 6,444. So 1120, looks like 17% increase. That is pretty much it for the monthly net worth tracker. I'm going to just leave that post-it note over there so I can refer back to it. So now I'm going to fill out the monthly budget category breakdown. So it looks like I didn't finish pre-filling that out, so I'm going to go ahead and add those up. Okay, so now that I finished filling out this column here, I'm going to go ahead and just start from the very top. So with the starting balance, so going back to the paycheck number 1. So our starting balance for this month was $15.34 and 40 cents. I just want to make sure that's what I wrote on here. Yeah, $15.34 and 40 cents. And then our incoming income is $6,356 and 33 cents, which gives us a total monthly income of $7,890 and 73 cents. Now what I'm going to do is just go ahead and just total up all of our monthly expenses. Thankfully, I don't have to go through my expense tracker. I just have to add what's on my paycheck number 1's budget categories and paycheck number 2. So I just need to add up whatever is like here and then here together. I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and just filled everything out. I went ahead and just highlighted what was over budget, what was under budget. So I have it up here. So orange is over, blue is under budget. And then the percentages, I don't do it for every single one, just the ones I think are pretty significant, like our rent. So 17.6% of our income went towards rent, 21% of our income went towards debt, and then 8% went towards our medical and dental. And that one I do want to track because we've been paying for medical and dental bills the last couple months, it feels like. So I just want to see how much it was or what the percentage was of our income. At the very end over here, so I have the total income, which is this right here, minus minus all of our expenses for the month, which was $7,185.03, and it came out to $705.70. We are off by a few cents, but I'm okay with that. So this is the total amount left over that's going to be carried over to the next budget for the month of March. So moving on to the monthly debt and savings breakdown. This one's going to be, or should be, pretty easy. Total monthly income, everything is all written on here, so I'm just going to copy that down. Total monthly debt payoff, we did pay $1,650, which was 21% of our income. So student loan total to debt was $1,650, which is, and then percentage of category to debt, this is the only one that we have, because before we used to have student loan and then our consumer debt. So that was the two categories that we used to have. I know it can be different categories on there, but that's what we have right now. And then for savings, again, total monthly income is $78.90.73, and total amount that was saved was $553. I should have did the percentage for that one. So 553 divided by 78.90, so 7% of our income went to our savings, and it all went to our savings buckets, sinking funds. Still working on which phrase I want to use. I really like phrase or the term savings buckets. I think that sounds kind of cool, but I just got in the habit of saying sinking funds. So $553, that's the only category, so 100% of it went to our savings bucket. Eventually though, we will start adding into our emergency funds, so that'll be on there as well. So far, 4 pages done. So now this one is fairly easy. It's just transferring over the amount from here to here. I thought I had already filled this out. I think something happened. I got distracted. I do my budget. My budget time is in the morning, so more than likely what happened was my kids woke up and I just left the desk and went out, and yeah. So now I have everything all filled out. I'm probably not going to highlight it. Maybe I'll do it later, or maybe I'll have my son help me highlight this, because he did say he wants to help me. He sees me doing this and he wants to help me do it. So I think I'm going to let him help me highlight. And then, so a couple things. So January income was $11,717, and then our February income was $78.90, which is $3,800 less. I did make a note of what this $11,000, close to $12,000 income was in my yearly spending tracker, which you guys will see in a minute. I just want to know why it was so high. That's why I usually write a post-it note or a breakdown of what was going on this month. Why did we get so much, or why was our income so much? It's nice to do these spending comparisons so we can kind of see what was going on maybe one month versus the other and all of that stuff. So I went ahead and also wrote down the total expenses down here as well. And yeah, so that is pretty much it for the monthly spending comparison. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and plug in these numbers on here, which I actually already plugged it in here. I didn't realize I wasn't recording, or I didn't hit record, so I was talking to the camera like normal and I look up and it wasn't recording. So some of these things I've already checked off. So the bill tracker on here I already went ahead and checked off, and then on here as well I went ahead and added the balance over here. So this is the yearly balance overview. So for the savings balance, it's not, our sinking funds isn't included, it's just my emergency fund, or our emergency fund, because that's what I am trying to track on here, because we're trying to make that savings fund grow. And then our debt balance I also wrote down on here, net worth as well. So, and then I went ahead and colored in 2 boxes over here, and we are nearing close to under 10K, which I'm so excited for. So the goal is still to pay it off by July, and hopefully that works out as scheduled. I'm working a little bit backwards here. I'm starting from the back to front just because I wanted to fill in all of this bill and spending information first. So with the spending overview for the year, this is where I wrote down that post-it note of where that $11,000, close to $12,000 income, what that income was comprised of, because it's a lot. So this is the month where we received our stimulus payment. We got a refund from our hotel that we canceled our trip for, and then my first YouTube paycheck in there, and then Christmas gifts and leftover amount from the previous month. So that was a lot. And then now for February, hopefully we won't be transferring a lot anymore from month to month. I was just waiting on some things to go through so I can transfer to my business checking account and all of that. So now that that's all settled, I think we should be going back to just having maybe $100 or $200 or a few $100s being left over or carried over to the next month. Anyway, so for the month of February, our total income was $78.90, and then I'm just gonna plug all of these in. Okay, so far I'm really liking the idea of also tracking our yearly spending at the same time that I'm closing out the monthly budget, because it's nice to compare how much you spent from the previous month, because you can see it on here as you're writing it down. I don't know, I just think it's kind of cool. So yeah, I went ahead and just filled everything in. Moving on to the sinking fund tracker that's here. I'm going to use that post-it note that I had earlier where I wrote down all of our sinking funds categories on there. I want to go ahead and just do an updated balance for our savings buckets. So the only thing that we're not going to be for sure coloring is the vehicle maintenance, probably not for a while, because we did spend pretty much most of it. I think we only have $25 left now. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight all of these or update all of them. Okay, so just kidding. The only thing that I actually had to update or was able to update is the school category here. So everything else kind of just stayed the same. I think I'll be able to color it in next month. So yeah, so this one we didn't really have to color anything in. And then for the yearly savings tracker, what I'm going to do is just write down the ending balance, because I know how much we've ended with because of the post-it notes. Yeah, so I'm just going to write down the ending balance on there for now. So starting with the Hawaii trip or travel, so we have the $20.60 in the savings account, and we do have $500 in cash. So $25.60 on there or in there. And then for Christmas, we have $390, medical and dental $575. I think this one we're gonna increase even more. We'll see though. And then my husband $423, and then for myself $75. Vehicle fund, we only have $25 left. And then school, we did end with $25 in our school category. And then for fun and events, we also have, so the $112 plus the $25 I deposited into our savings account for it. So we should have $137 total. So the $112 is in cash, and then $25 is in our checking account, or not checking account, our savings account. So for the fun and events is $137. That is pretty much it for the savings tracker, and I think that is pretty much it. I know it sounds like a lot of work, you guys, but if you just do it every single month, and I think if I wasn't talking, it probably would go faster, but I want to do my best to try to maintain this or keep this going so that I'm not catching up every month. So especially with this section here, because everything in here just gets transferred, or at the end of the month worksheets pretty much just get transferred into the yearly spending booklet. So yeah, anyways, you guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully it was helpful, especially for those of you who are using the Budget by Paycheck Workbook. I know it seems like a lot to fill out towards the end of the month, but if you just keep doing it consistently every month, it will get easier. You will get used to it. And yeah, thank you guys so much as always for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. Have a good one, guys. Bye.